The night loomed heavy as the shadow of H. Holmes crept silently over Chicago. It was 1891, and in the city's labyrinthine alleys, he was meticulously orchestrating his sinister agenda. Amidst the promise of the World's Fair, an insidious darkness was taking root. Julia and her daughter, Pearl Connor, slipped away, their disappearance swallowed by the city's ominous whispers. Holmes, an enigmatic figure of charm, masqueraded as a doctor, pharmacist, and con artist, all while the opening of his hotel, soon to be shrouded in infamy as the Murder Hotel, drew eager anticipation. Yet the city remained blissfully unaware of the horrors that brewed beneath the surface. The fate of those missing children hung like a specter over Chicago, casting a chilling silence that wouldn't dissipate. On November 17, 1894, a wailing siren in Boston heralded Holmes' apprehension, yet the full scope of his dark deeds remained cloaked in shadows. The unsettling uncertainty about his identity and actions gnawed at the edges of the city's psyche. Holmes' alluring demeanor cleverly masked the twisted reality of his existence, and the enigma surrounding him rendered the public fascinated and terrified in equal measure.
In the dim confines of his cell, Holmes let his mind wander into the abyss of his thoughts. The atmosphere thickened with tension as he settled into the grim reality of his capture, ensnared in a web of doubt and suspicion. Investigators convened, urgency crackling in the air, while evidence remained a mere phantom. But dread struck a chord when the police unearthed hidden corpses of children beneath his former home, a revelation that painted a haunting portrait of unfolding malevolence. The mystery of his victims lingered, much like the specters of the countless missing persons lost to the shadows. As Chicago braced itself for the next act of the charmed doctor, the investigation surged with renewed vigor, intertwining fear and curiosity as winter approached. An oppressive feeling enveloped the city, echoing the muted screams of the unseen victims, resonating through the thoughts of its anxious inhabitants. The situation escalated further with the sudden disappearance of Benjamin Peitzel, Holmes' controversial business partner, intensifying tensions as the courtroom loomed, a stage set for his desperate defense. Whispers of torture chambers and concealed corridors spiraled into public imagination, yet they remained elusive fantasies. Each court appearance drew gasps as Holmes, with his boyish grin, concealed a chilling calculation beneath his composed facade. The audience held their breath, a complex psychological game unfolding as the city teetered on the edge of hysteria. No longer the esteemed doctor, Holmes's reputation lay in ruins, and with it a pervasive dread crept through the streets, leaving townsfolk questioning if the shadows of his deeds might stretch towards them. His name morphed into a specter of horror, and the tales surrounding him cast an ever-growing net of intrigue and terror. Even in the heat of mounting evidence, Holmes projected an unsettling calm, claiming, "I am obsessed," his heart unperturbed as the weight of proof closed in. A meticulous game of chess played out, with truths illuminating like daggers in the darkness. The countdown for Holmes' trial was nearing, a race against time that strummed the pulse of the city. Come October 1895, the courtroom became a battleground of emotion, blanketed in an electric atmosphere, as outrage and fascination clashed compellingly. When Holmes was found guilty of murdering Peitzel, the verdict plunged the city into deeper unrest, holding collective breath as horror rippled through its fabric. In his final moments, a twisted arrogance seeped through Holmes as he expressed a singular wish, a distant echo of his former grandeur. May 7, 1896, bore witness to his execution, where he exited life with eerie composure, his visage unyielding to fear. The chilling legacy of H. Holmes would not fade easily, resonating through the ages, forever interwoven with the haunting questions of human desire and terror. As his tale echoed through the corridors of time, the shadows of his actions linger still, inviting curious minds to tread deeper into the depths of horror and enigma, whispering secrets from a dark past that may never be fully understood.